Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Tutorial Tuesdays. Today we're gonna go and mix a little beat, and like the thing today is to pretty much spice up a track with the reverb. So if you have already checked the other Tutorial Tuesdays, I did the one some weeks ago. I did one with the EQ, like how I EQ'd a track, the different elements I used, and how I EQ'd and where and why and when I used it. So I will pretty much do the same with reverb now on the track, and then I will probably also in a further or future tutorial I will mix a whole beat from start to finish, from scratch. But that will be probably a 30-minute video or something like that. So this is a little bit shorter tutorial on just one thing, so it's not too complicated to learn and to take in the information. And we are mixing a beat I made last Thursday, so if you haven't checked that, click the top right corner and you will pretty much get the link to the Type It Thursday I did, and it was a Metro Boomin X collab with 21 Savage type beat. So and I think it turned out really good, and you will probably, or of course, hear it in this tutorial when I mix down the beat. So without further ado, and we'll stop talking and we will just start off with the first elements and start mixing with the reverb. Okay, so first off we will start off with the drums. As you see, I have it pretty much sectioned out and arranged, or routed to different, one instrument fader and one drum fader. So we'll start off, and I don't use a lot of reverb on the pretty much the drums, kick, snare, hi-hat and all that, but I will show you the things I have reverb on and how much and how I pretty much set it up to sound as great as possible. So on the kick and 808 I don't have any reverb. It's just as you see, EQ and the distortion, and it's pretty much the same, and the compressor also on the kick. But then on the snare, I pretty much all the time have some kind of reverb, either if I use the snare as the main percussion hit, or a clap, so it's pretty much the same. And I will also have the reverb set pretty much the same. So if you just take a listen and solo it. Oh, like that. You hear that we have kind of a reverb, and as you see, when I change it, now it's with the reverb. And if I take it away, you see how dry it gets. So the thing I do, I have a EQ just to cut off a bit of lows, and then I have pretty much the reverb. And just to say that this reverb is completely free, and it's actually I have Waves plugins and other kind of plugins, but for the most part I actually use this tall reverb, or tal, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but this is how it's supposed to look like this, and this is the name. So if you want to get that, just search this and download it for free. So as you see, I have the room size turned up a bit just to have it pretty much a longer tail on the hit, so you pretty much hear it washing out a little bit longer than just cutting off right when it hits. And then I have it the wet to minus 28 dBs, so it starts somewhere here, I think. And if I just play it right here, you see that it gets super wet. And yeah, so it's pretty much just washing out, and you don't really hear the snappy in the snare or clap if you whatever you use. And you see, if excuse me, if I turn it up even more, it gets even worse. So you can just do, if you saw my EQ tutorial, I just started from the middle or the side where it's pretty bad, and then I just fade it out till I pretty much hear when it sounds good. So you can do the same thing on this. Just fade it down and like somewhere between there. Of course you can, like, you don't need to copy any of these settings, but like you can see them as guidelines pretty much. And if you like on this reverb, it's a lot of different like presets, or not presets, but like the pretty much what you call it, the like interface. It looks like some difference on all the different reverbs. We can just take up Fruity reverb, and as you see we have like pretty much the same things, just looks different. And like the main things you will want to pretty much turn on and mix with is the wet, and that's just like, this is a dry. If a vocal or like any instrument is dry, it's pretty much no effects, and you don't hear any like added, like artificial like adding on the sound. And as you see, like when I pulled it up, it got even washer and like more, pretty much more effect. So the wetness is how much it is, and the dry is the completely different, or like the completely opposite. And then we just have like some kind of the stereo separation, like which kind of side it's separated on, and then the room size, I will come to that soon, and just like a low cut, some EQ things, and just some settings pretty much. And as you see, it's pretty much the same on both these EQ or these reverbs. The room size then, it's, as I said, how long the tail will go and like how long you will hear the reverb for. So if I just turn it up, and this is just like to show, so you understand what's going on and understand what I'm talking about. And I will also turn up the wet just so we hear it clearly. As you hear now, and it's even like, as you see on the master, it's still like sounding a bit, so it just gets pretty much how long it's like how long the sound keeps on sounding, if you say so. So you pretty much get the idea. Then we just turn it back down and turn the room size down a bit, like that. So like that's pretty much what I do for my snares or claps. And as you see, I have like presets just so I can open it up and have like pretty much the same from all the times, and just change a bit of things. And as you see, I also have a chorus and just the EQ. Just my dog is barking and like making noise, so we just see fix him pretty much. We'll come back.
One eternity later.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is the hi-hat we're going for now, and it's pretty much the same on the FX stack and the hi-hat or the reverb. What the fuck, we have company boys and girls and people. Okay, never mind, but like the wet, I pretty much have the same settings. Like the only difference on this is because the height goes a lot faster than the clap. I just have like a little bit less reverb, because if you have too much reverb, it will just wash out for like all the hits. So I just turn it down a bit. So like that's pretty much the same thing, and of course you can just mix around with all these. Like the tutorials I'm making is just so you pretty much, I showcase the effects, so showcase the methods, and I showcase like the techniques you can use and all that, and then it's for you to like mix around with and learn and try and like pretty much perfect by your own or by yourself. So now we'll go with the open hi-hat, and since it's a lot like fewer hits, I have the reverb turned up a bit, but it's still like kinda chill and kind of like not so much reverb. So as you see, I just have a little bit longer tail and a little bit more wetness. And then the bongo, it's like pretty much a percussion hit. I haven't even added any reverb, but I can do since this is a tutorial, just to show you and like just to show you the process. Like it's good for me just to show you a few different examples, just so you see how I started up from like scratch pretty much. So just pretty much first turn up the volume since it's kind of probably turn up the room size, and then just turn up the wet a bit. Like that, something like that. And as you hear now, it's a lot more reverb than like the other things I have, but it just adds a bit, and like pretty much the title will be, I don't know like right now, but just to sauce up the track or like spice up the track with reverb. So that's just what we did on the bongo, and then we will do pretty much the same thing on the stick. And we just solo it. Something like that. And you will hear the like completely difference now without anything. You will hear that it's just sounding and then it's nothing. So like pretty much what a reverb does, it's like smoothing down the transition, and just it's not like a delay, it doesn't come back again like few different times. It just like washes away the sound and like smoothens out like the tail of the sound. So as I showed you, like this is nothing, and then if I turn it back on, it just like washes away pretty smooth and like pretty unnoticeable. But when you switch off the plugin and the reverb, you really hear the difference. So it's like just a little touch, but if you do the little things and like a lot of little things, it will makes the track and beat a lot better pretty much. So like that's just what we're doing on here and on the channel. We're doing things better and trying to perfect our methods and techniques. And now we'll do the same thing with the instruments, because we pretty much done the percussion section. And as you hear, this bell already like has a bit of reverb. So by now you will probably notice the reverb if you are kind of new to this like mixing and all that, but so I'll not add any more because it already sounds good as it is, and I don't need to like add any more, but you could do if you want. And the chords also has a bit, and like from the preset and a delay, but I can just add a bit more just to, I will probably like not use it, or at least not so much, but or like on the final track, but just to show you once more how you do it on like the chords and melodies, pianos and all that, just not just like on the drums as I did. So you just turn it up a bit. It just adds a bit to the sound pretty much. We just turn off this so it stops lagging. Okay, it's gonna lag a bit, but... And as you hear, this also has a bit of effects like from the stock or like from the preset. But we just add a bit more. Like pretty much just add to the sound. So like that's pretty much it. Like I've shown you the, like first of all the basics of reverb and like all the different knobs and what they do and don't. So just like a heads up so you know. And then I showed you on the different oh sorry. As you hear, I'm kind of sick, but yeah. On the different percussion and like drum elements, and then also as I did just right now, the bell chords and like the melody, pretty much the different VCs and the different instrument sounds. So like that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you like any more of these kind of tutorials, just hit me up, or either on the like contact infos I have linked, or just send me a quick little comment down below and like pretty much say what kind of tutorial you want next week. And if you like this kind of video, just please click the pretty much the thumbs up button, just to show me that you like it or not. And if you dislike it, like comment why, or like what you want me to do instead. And like you can do the same as I said. If you like it, comment like some feedback, what I can do better and what I'm doing great already. So like just so it gets easier for me to get better, and like easier for you to get better by you viewing these videos. And then if you like as I said, this video and like the content, the different tutorials, the type beats, like me making type beats, and the regular beat uploads on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, please subscribe, and like you will not be disappointed by the content coming out like this summer, because I'm gone from school right now because it's pretty much the summer break, so I have time to do these videos before and after my work. So yeah, I will just pump out content pretty much on the whole summer. So without talking anymore, just like thank you for watching another time, or like once again thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.